beach with them, maybe going to play tennis, maybe, maybe just even playing a board game. Like I play Connect Four with my daughter, or I play, my son got this like new drill, and he's learning how to, like one of these like, play drills, and he's learning, how to, how to do like hand-eye coordination and drill a pretend screw into something, right? So, like in all honesty, an hour before this, I spent an hour with my son, spending time showing him how to get that drill perfectly in, right? And that was probably the most satisfying part of my day, right? And I put that in my calendar. And I didn't book anything else. I didn't make any calls during that time. And, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference in my life, in their life, and, in just my overall happiness, for sure.
So I love that because what I find is, and it's interesting because what made you successful, I'm guessing, is your drive and your tenacity to really achieve. And I find it's really hard for a lot of people, 40 years old, you got everything there. I don't know how old you are, but I'm guessing around 40 years old.
I'm 43.
Perfect. I'm 38.
Okay.
So, same generational concept. A few of my friends came in the same situation. Your parents came in, their parents came the same way. I grew up in Cupertino, California. So
okay.
Had a big population, amazing humans. One of my best friends, Neman, his parents came over in the middle of the night. Crazy story. Ran around multiple countries for years. Finally got over here. So
from Iran. From
Iran, yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy story. The police, from the story he told me, the police showed up one day, and his father, I guess, I don't know if he cut his beard or if he grew it out more. I forget what the deal was, but there was a different look to him. And they were like, "Is so-and-so here?" And he's like, "Oh no, he'll be back tomorrow." And they're like, "Okay, we'll be back." And literally right there, he drops everything, packs a bag or two, and he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. My father was in his office in his architectural design thing, and a bullet went through their office and just missed him. And he went home, they packed the bag, and they went to they had like I don't know, they had just bought like a BMW or something, and they left the car, they left everything in their bank account, they left, they just left. They just packed the bag and left, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unimaginable. It's unimaginable.
So it's amazing how you've taken, and taken that and the experience as a kid to then build something, but then slow down for a second so that you can really impact your kids and really pour into them. Obviously, you have business still going on and everything else, and you're running a bunch of stuff, but not thinking about going outside the box and going, "Hey, I'm gonna build another company." You're like, "Hey, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and really empower these."
It's one of the hardest things. That's one of the things I struggle with a lot. Is I've said no to a lot of opportunities that I really loved, and I thought that I could be successful at, or ideas that I had, or business partnerships, especially with some really successful people that I've met here, and become very good friends with, and, some of my friends who are super successful, they're like, "Dude, what are you doing?" They're going to work every single day and working their ass off 24 hours a day. Not that I'm not working, I am, right? But then, they're like, "My wife, saw you on the beach at like 11 o'clock with your son, how did you do that?" Right? And, I'm like, "Yeah, I was there from like 11 to 12, but, I was working the rest of the day." Right? So, and then they're like, "I don't know how you're not starting this," that kind of thing. And it's deliberate. Because honestly, my kids, once they get into middle school, I already know this, right? Like, once they get into middle school, they're going to be having sleepovers with their friends. They're not going to want to hang out with me. They're going to want to hang out with their friends, and like this kind of period where they're still young enough to think that their dad and mom are cool and they want to spend time with them is just short-lived. And either I can miss it, right? or I can, you know, deliberately be present in it. And that's what I'm trying to do. And you know, what is that worth? It's invaluable, right?
I absolutely love it. I'd love to get together with you. I know I committed to noon. You're a blessing, Shane. Thank you so much for your advice.
Thank you so much.
Let me ask you this. Where can, I mean, if somebody ever wants to reach out to you, should they check out your LinkedIn account? What's best?
They can go to my website, shaneneman.com, or I'm on Instagram. I check my Instagram, Shane Neman, or LinkedIn, you know, whichever one. It doesn't matter. I'm on all three. So
you guys, right below this video, we'll have the links. Shane, I appreciate you guys. Everybody, think about how you can maybe slow down a little bit and, you know, pour some love into your kids. Maybe your parents, maybe it's your grandparents, whoever that is in your life. Look at what's around you. Look at who you have, because going through COVID, going through the challenges with our country, internationally, seeing what's really happening, there's a lot to be blessed for. And, you know, focus on some blessings this week, guys. Every week, Tuesday, Significant to Breed Success. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.